YouTube be back.
Back at it again. You know, this is don't mind the outfits. You record 2 podcasts in the same day because we had such a big topic here that we couldn't fit into the last episode.
It's about being time efficient.
Yes, sir. You know what? But this is a big topic. First, we want to get started off with.
Yeah, sure.
I want to say R.I.P. to Lil Keed out here, man.
R.I.P. R.I.P. Hold on. Before we do that, you know, they might not have watched the last video.
Oh, of course.
Or they might not even know who we are.
Yeah, let them know. Let them know real quick.
So, if you guys are tuning in for the first time, my name is Drew.
My name's Shamar.
It's Evreything on Blast. We do a lot of content here.
You already know. A lot of content.
If you really like what we're going to see, hopefully you do. You should do.
We have all your needs here for your media stuff. If you're a little person that love to watch what's happening in the media, we talk about it. Sports, we talk about it. Everything you like, music, most definitely we're talking about it.
Talk about that.
And all type of stuff, conspiracy theory, everything you can think about. It's all, we're just here cool. If you guys are vibing with us, we vibing with you. You know how it goes.
Facts. And definitely keep up with all of our socials if you already follow us. You know, it's probably somewhere at the bottom. Our IG.
Probably right over me, like right here.
Our Facebook.
Yes, sir.
Our Spotify. Our Deezer.
Yo, make sure you go like our Facebook page because it has everything on there too. You know, it's time to go on Facebook, man. Get back on that Facebook life, you know.
And obviously, hit that sub button if you
yes, sir. So. Post notifications on.
Make it ring a ding.
So you know when we drop a video, because we drop them consistently. You know we're dropping every Friday, and we drop at least 2 videos in a week. You know, minus that some weeks when we had copyright strike. Because I'm coming for you. You already know YouTube. Fix that. You already know how it goes.
Yeah, but you know we live.
Yes, sir.
We live. Obviously, I'll let you go back to your.
Yes, sir. I want to say, R.I.P. Lil Keed. You know, bro. I've been distraught. I've been heard this information.
Young life too, 24.
Young life, 24, born 1998. Young guy. You know, he had honorable songs like one of the biggest songs, Nameless. That's one of my favorite ones. The Up Freestyle, which a lot of men like by him.
Was Fetish by him or Lil Gotti?
Yeah, Fetish by him.
Money Fetish.
Yep.
Money Fetish.
Then you already know he started going big on TikTok. That's what helped him to, you know, hood baby shit. Hood baby shit. You know what I mean? He had Snake. You know, Snake, Snake. That
was a big track on TikTok.
That one went crazy on TikTok. Because Hood Baby Shit was the original one that when TikTok came out, that was on there. But Snake is what went big on TikTok.
Yeah.
Then he also had, you know, Wavy. I'm so wavy. Woke up. He had the bear ones. He had like Red Hot with Trippie Redd. He was, I think, the biggest out of YSL. He was one of the biggest, or big. Other than Young Thug and Gunna, he was the biggest on part of that label. Yeah. He was the next person on that label to really blow, and he already did blow. It's just that he just needed to continue making those TikTok kicks that he was doing, and he was really gonna go out there. He had a distinct flow. But the reason why we didn't mention this on the last episode, because this whole episode, this is gonna be a real deep one. We're talking about the YSL indictments here, the RICO charge, the racketeering.
We're gonna talk about why the white people want to keep us in chains, my brothers.
Damn, you know, I have a lot of opinion about this.
Want to keep us in chains, my brothers and sisters.
So if you guys want, grab your popcorn, sit down while we sit here and talk about it. You know what I mean? There's a lot to talk about here.
With the RICO.
Where do we get started? Should I be like all these YouTube pages like Trap Geek and Hip Hop thing? All right, it's all started back in 20. Nah, I'm joking. But I don't lie. Y'all know Young Thug. I've been Young Thug for a long time.
Yes, sir.
Back in the day, I think one of the bigger songs he had back in the day, I feel like got him big.
That's right.
Was that when he got in the mainstream. Yeah. But remember, man, I'm a stoner.
Yeah,
I'm a stoner. That was old. Yeah. You know what I mean? But he started really breaking out in 2013, 2014. He really started going crazy. Yeah. 2016, Young Thug was famous. Like same, you know, like we said, famous. Dex and those men were crazy on YouTube or with the videos, whatever. Young Thug 2014ish, 2015 was the king of YouTube, I would say. He was dropping these sick music videos for like Power. You know, once you get this money, you get the power. The Hercules, like I'm Hercules. Yo, he had that. Rich Gang was alive back in the day, with him and Rich Homie Quan. They were going crazy. They were going crazy back then.
Until he went fed.
Yeah, until that went, oh, man. Yep. There's a lot to go on with that whole, thing, but they got into indictment. Let's get into the RICO charge. If you know, RICO cases are pretty much a conspiracy case. Pretty much, you literally don't have to do anything. You just have to be know if you're even a friend of a gang member or whatever, and you maybe even support their not even a gang, but if you support them, whatever, you could be locked up in a RICO charge. RICO charges have been a big thing recently in the last few years that have been locking up a lot of artists in the last few years. One being known as where the snitch came out himself is 6ix9ine. So Treyway got down because of a RICO charge.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And look what happened. Mr. Hernandez was facing 47 years off of his, but, you know, because he cooperated 2 years, you know what? Hey, if you're not street, I can't blame him. You know, that's whatever. If he doesn't claim he's a street guy, he does claim he's a street guy, so it's weird. But, yeah. But not only with that charge, it happened with, what's his name? Glock 9 right now.
Oh, he's facing RICO too?
Yes. He's in there because of RICO right now, too.
He's affiliated with Kodak, no?
No, he's not, but yes, they're all part of Florida.
Sniper
right?
gang?
He's not even Sniper Gang. Glock 9 is part of Florida. It's hard to explain. I know if I could get into the real trap geek type thing to tell you what's the problem with Glock 9. Hot Boy actually was a part of the RICO too, but somehow he beat it. So that's why a lot of people say he snitched or whatever. So, but yeah, just recently they got a lot of the people from Hot Boy's side got hit for a RICO. Other than that, who else got hit for RICO just recently? I'm trying to think. YFN Lucci, you know, people who are ops to Young Thug. Yeah,
didn't Casanova get one too?
Casanova, yes. He has a RICO charge on him right now, which he just had to plead. He just pleaded because now people are cooperating. People from his own gang, from the Gorilla Stones, are cooperating and saying that, bring up something about Cas. So he had to just plead, because if he didn't plead and took it to trial,
50-something years, right?
Yeah, he's going to get bare years. So he had to take it. So, you know, thing with RICO, it's one of the things that you might as well just take the plead. It's so sucky because usually RICOs are seen through the feds.
Yeah.
So it's not the state. It's not like it's the feds. When the Fed come and get you, they're coming to get you because they already have all the information they need.
Yeah.
You know, feds don't just usually come for no reason. That's why when it comes to this YSL case,
we were planning this for a minute.
It's iffy, but YSL case is a little bit different because it wasn't the feds that came for them. It's the DA. It's a state. It's a state RICO, which is much different. So they have a slight better chance of beating it, but a RICO is a RICO. That's hard to.
It's hard to beat. Yeah.
Hard to beat, 100%. It's hard to beat, and it sucks because this whole YSL. The reason why they said they've been watching him for a while, but the main thing that happened is that YFN Lucci just recently, again, they tried to kill him in jail. They tried to stab him up, right? And supposedly phones are tapped, and the people in the jail had a call to get permission from Young Thug to do it, right? So this is why I got him investigated.
Do they have audio recording footage
of that?
I
don't know. We don't know about it, but they probably do on the phone because they, you know, if you get any jail call, this call is from county jail or whatever. This is being monitored or whatever. And every 2 minutes it keeps on telling you, you 3-ways are not prohibited, blah 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 blah. Like you're not supposed to do 3-way calls, that's whatever, stuff like that. So those are being monitored, even if they have cell phones in the jail. Which I could go in before I go in more in the case. Let's go into the DA press conference after all of them got arrested, or the whole indictment came out. If you know the DA, I don't know her name, whatever, and then the Georgia sheriffs and everything, they're all doing their press conference talking about what happened and everything like that. But tell me how a reporter, you know, when the reporters can ask questions about, blah, 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 why this and yada, yada, yada. So a reporter comes up and says, you guys said that you guys, someone had a phone in jail where you heard them talk about blah, 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 blah. So there's like, but how did you know they have a phone and you're able to tap it? It seemed like you guys may have planted it. That what the reporter said it. Literally, what the DA whatever said. They're like, hey, if we can't really talk on that. I plead the fifth. Like they didn't reply to it. They didn't. Yeah. So he didn't say no, but you see everyone there smiling like this.
Yeah.
Which is that's crazy. That
something's a little fishy there.
That yes, people get phone in the jail, get phone sneakily, but how you know that you guys are actually the Feds planting it? You guys think you're getting your cell phone in the bin, but they're planting it on you. Guys.
We're not gonna act like that's like a rare occurrence or something like that's never happened in American legal history.
Yep, not only America, everywhere.
Yeah, that's
everywhere.
Yeah, lot of questions. A lot
of questions with that. But for me to get back on this whole Young Thug thing, they said that he created a YSL in 2013, right? 2013, they created the gang, right?
Yeah.
Which is hard, probably, or whatever. And they say YSL stands for Young Slime Life. The label stands for Young Stoner Life. Remember, that's what the label called, from Young Thug, always been promoting it, Young Stoner Life, not Young Slime Life. Slime is the word they use in it, but as to the street gang, it's called Young Slime Life. That's what DA and the whatever they call it, do all the task force, whatever, the gang called Young Slime Life, right? That was made in 2012, 2013, or the stuff that they're bringing up is from 2012 and 2013 when they're trying to charge Young Thug with.
Yeah.
Weird thing is, yes, we all know Young Thug's a blood. Cleveland, that's where he said he's from, whatever. Like they said, Lil Keed, I used to see Lil Keed albums all trapped on Cleveland.
Yeah.
Because, that's what their street they call that section, you know what I mean? In 2014, 2013, there was not much beef with YFN and, YSL because they're actually both blood sets. They're both bloods, but they're all pretty cool, whatever, but not saying inner forces don't fight with each other. A lot of Crip versus Crip, blood versus blood. It's not only blood versus Crips or nothing like that. Or whatever. It's all different subsets and everything. But what happened was in 2015, a close friend of YFN named goes by Nut ended up passing away. And they claim that, Young Thug side YSL had something to do with it. You know what I mean? Something to do from there. That's when YFN and YSL started beefing. You know what I mean? And then the subliminals happening in the song, YFN said he was dealing with Young Thug's fiance at the time, Carly or whatever, blah blah blah. But she's signed to YSL. They're not engaged no more. They're not together because he has a new girl, Young Thug. I think her name is
Maria the Scientist.
Maria the Scientist.
She bad.
So she's bad. Yeah. But it's weird. Carly's a part of YSL though. You know what I mean?
She's not in jail.
She's not in jail. Yeah, I don't think she's in jail. I wonder if like Young Thug's sister was like Dora was in there or if any of them, and none of them are in jail right now. So this main guys like Duke, Yak Gotti, that's Duke good. Yak Gotti, and those man. And for some people don't even know, like even though they're just becoming rappers right now, Yak Gotti and
I didn't even know Duke was signed to YSL.
Bro, you guys act like these guys haven't been there from 2013.
Yeah, but I didn't really hear them though.
You did. One of Young Thug's biggest songs has Duke on it. Two of his biggest songs.
Crunk ain't dead.
Oh, no, I'm not talking about that Duke. This is Little Duke. You're talking about Duke. That's a different one. He signed to, I forgot who he signed to.
I didn't know he was signed to YSL.
Nah, that one I think part of QC, or not part of QC, but he's messed with QC. Like Offset, that's for him heavy. But Young Thug, what song? I'm going to have to find it for you.
I know who Yak Gotti is. I know who that is.
Yeah. But the funny thing, you knew him since he had his hair like this. You haven't known him back. You know the song With That by Young Thug?
How's that go?
It's some 6 years ago, so this is old. This is one of his bigger songs. I'm not connected to the speaker, so we're not going to get copyright strike.
Yeah.
It was featuring Duke. He goes by Lil Duke now, but back then everyone knows about Duke, I can show you in this video, Yak Gotti in the video. I can show you Duke, and you'll be like, that's Yak? So this is...
this track.
100 man. That's on the head of any nigga want it, man. You know what I mean? That's right there. That's Lil Duke.
Oh.
He looked old back then, whatever. Now he looks more young because he have money. They have money, they can look better, you know?
Yeah.
But that's Duke right there. Now let me show you Yak when Yak comes up. Did I miss it? I think I missed Yak already. I have to pay attention. I'm over that. Oh, right there. That's Yak. That guy in the red hat. If you go watch With That video, if you know With That, that's Yak. It's just that he didn't have his wicks yet. He didn't have wicks then. That makes it kind of look like a yak. So you know what I mean? But I'm so faster than Sonic, man.
Yes,
true to my nigga,
see,
true religion.
Like, I only know about the basic stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you're explaining it because I wouldn't really know anything like the further details of really what's going on. I'm just whatever academics post on his Twitter, and that's the only knowledge I get. You know?
I followed Young Thug for so long. So I won't lie. Back in the day, me and my bros used to listen to Young Thug crazy. Young Thug was heavy. You know, he was sick, bro.
Yeah.
That's why, like, I really, when people, he gets his flowers now, and everyone say, yo, everyone, like, he's amazing. Like, everyone copying his style, whatever.
Yeah.
When it comes to, like, Future and Young Thug, yeah, these people were been out here and they were really doing it. Young Thug, with the different voices that he was doing back then, crazy. Nowadays, I don't be rocking to Young Thug music as much because I'm in love with these old tracks still, you know what I mean? But I still see where he's talented. That's why, for example, I love Lil Keed. Lil Keed has the talent in doing the different voices and pitches, whatever, trying to experimenting more. That's why Lil Keed was real good.
Yeah.
Gunna doesn't do it, but Gunna has the swag side of it. He doesn't completely sound like Young Thug. They call him like a Young Thug, but he had a certain way he does it with the rap that made him sound like Young Thug. You know what I mean? But again, go on with Mr. Jeffrey Williams. That's his name. If you had, just I said the Govey, it's already out there. I'm not whatever. So continue on with that. After Nut died from YFN, the gang started having more retaliation. A lot of beef in between. A lot of other little killings in between, whatever, blah, blah, stuff like that. This is pretty much what the DA saying. From Nut passing, it caused this to go crazy, and that what made they think this is really a big thing that's happening in Atlanta. This is a big part of the crime in Atlanta and Buckhead because of that YFN and YSL little beef thing right there, which it sucks because YSL, everyone say YSL is not a gang. It is a label. It's a family, whatever. Yeah. Yes, people are affiliated with it. Maybe there are some gang members in it. Maybe even YSL is actually a gang. But way they did it so for everyone to see, we don't know as Young Slime Life. Everyone from the viewer side know as Young Stoner Life, as the label of Young Thug, the whole slime thing. They're really going into it saying, when they're saying flat, whatever, a lot of them have the flat tattoos on their finger. That means wiping your nose. When they say to wipe your nose, it's like hiding, like you killed someone, you're hiding you killed someone. That, slime type stuff like that. So, yes, not saying these are not fake. This is not true. Because this is probably what they meant by it. Because, every man make their own turns in the little group, whatever, blah, 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 and stuff like that. But the way the DA going down on them, I feel it's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, it's kind of getting crazy.
Because, yes, RICO charges is, again, it's conspiracy. So, I won't lie. You don't really have to do anything. It's just being a part of the gang and correlate with the gang, whatever, they could get you on a whole bunch of different indictment. Yes, there was killing. You didn't have to kill someone to be part of the conspiracy or whatever. For example, you know how YSL the label, right? It could be like, for example, I sign you to my label. Maybe I do if we are a part of a gang, but when I sign you to the label, I sign you to a business. As a business aspect, not no gang thing, you have to be a gang thing. So now you're like, oh yeah, I'm part of this, my family. So I'm gonna get my YSL tattoos. I'm gonna write I'm gonna say slime and whatever, blah blah blah, because that's what my family. That's their language. You know what I mean? That's our words. You know what I mean? I'm not doing nothing street. I'm not even selling drugs. But just because some of them and maybe the creator already started with that, possibly not saying they did, you're part of it. They could get you in because they could think you're selling drugs or whatever.
And that's what's happening.
And think. At this rate, they think that in Atlanta that they're big suppliers. They're big suppliers of a lot of the violence, whatever, which I highly doubt that there's so many gangs in that YSL and YFN are the heaviest out there getting the drugs sold or everything and the killings.
I did hear, though, in Atlanta, everyone has a right to carry.
Yes. Oh, a lot of places like that.
I heard the violence is kind of crazy around, especially now. Like Atlanta, like you can get shot up anywhere.
Yes, sir.
Middle of the mall.
10 times over. Lennox in Atlanta. You know what shit happened in Lennox Mall? Bro.
Yeah, I've been there once. Obviously, when I went there, none of that happened.
Yeah.
But it's a big mall. Like every time the one time I went there, I seen a couple of celebrities, like some IG models, some reality show people.
Yeah.
But it's kind of crazy how you can just open fire anywhere and just hey.
It's fair game. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's kind of crazy. I don't know. It's crazy in Atlanta. You know what I mean?
But like what you said, there's a lot of gangs in Atlanta, so it's kind of crazy to pin it all on YSL.
And YFN, you know what I mean?
Just because Young Thug and Gunna are.
It's because they're big, because they're trying to make an example of them, right? Because I personally, I don't know, I'm not from Atlanta. From Atlanta, people who know whatever, you can let us know how much influence they have YSL on the street. Don't get me wrong, there are all the little kids who are maybe growing up in Atlanta who love seeing their favorite artists, so they're fake claiming that, you know what I mean? Yes, that happens, right? But I could highly doubt that. I don't think YSL the biggest gang, pushing the most work and doing the thing,
so
causing the most killing. I don't think so. Same YFN. Yes, there is some killing happening in between. There is a big beef, but I don't think that's the main thing of Atlanta. I really don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
But because there's so many variety and they're so popular and big artists, it's easier if you could go down on the biggest people. Then
they're like, if we get these guys, then everyone else is gonna crumble.
Yeah,
but it's a stupid way of thinking because that's like we've seen that throughout time. That never works.
Yeah, and the reason why I think that's stupid too is because, for example, when you're that big, like as they are, they're actually probably not doing as much as the people who are actually keeping low key, who are not part of the YFN, YSL, part of whatever gang, whatever blood set, whatever Crip set, GD set, whatever, because they're not famous, so they're able to keep more under the radar. So it'd be quite stupid for a Thug and them to really be pushing the gang like that, being as big as they are on this.
Let's be real, crime isn't gonna stop now that Gunna is
freaking
jail,
Sergio Kitchens was in jail.
Like the crime rate's not gonna go down because
these guys are out.
On the bank is in jail.
So but that's what I don't know if they're delusional or whatever. That's what they're really thinking. You know, they feel like that's why they got both Gunna and Thug got denied bonds
yes, we got him.
Because they're known as risks to the neighborhood and the streets. So right. So I highly doubt that. Like we said, the killing happened because of them. You know what I mean? Don't say there are a lot of course there are killings happening in between, whatever, but not the biggest ones. That taking these guys off the street are really changing the game or solving a problem of your guys' crime.
Let's be real. Like Gunna right now is trying to kill Chloe.
Yeah, I don't even know. I think Iguana no more.
Yeah, nothing. But like he was probably focused on Chloe. He's not focused on killing and getting Chloe. He can only kill one thing at one time.
I don't like Gunna. Doesn't even look like a man that could really fight. I mess with Gunna, but
we seen the mugshots.
Yeah, you know. That's why I think he is, going through the sweating out phase, withdrawals. Sweating out not being able to be on drugs, or whatever. But I won't lie. The picture that came out after does look like he got touched in there. Good. Doesn't look good. And people say, if he did, he would have to tell his lawyer and stuff like that. But at the same time, being a big artist like you guys are, even if you say you got touched in there, you're already looking bad.
Bro, the thing is, like, Gunna is, like, probably, like, 5'7".
Yeah, 5'8", kind of overweight.
Chubby. And he can't fight, most likely.
I don't think he could fight.
He's just like, what are you going to do about, like, he needs some protection. Then.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
And it sucks because
good old Sergio.
When I think of Gunna, I want to think about this man on her, wet in the block, whatever, blah blah. I think he does swag rapping more likely. He's just a cool. Just I have my diamonds, I'm cool. I get my bitches, I'm a drip. You know what I mean? Drip. He's all about the drip. He's the one that brought the drip. You know what I mean?
Like you seen the fits he's wearing? Like
some of it doesn't hit.
DA. You see the fits he's wearing?
You think this guy is a kingpin out here?
You think this guy has it in him to kill someone?
But if you look at his rap sheet, like what they have on him, it's not too crazy. No. It's just pretty much intent to sell some drugs or whatever, blah, blah, blah. Maybe, I don't know if that's a part of it. Certain little drugs like that, whatever. Some of the money they got is off of that, blah, blah, blah. That they're saying, you know what I mean? Nothing too crazy. I don't think he's no El Chapo big distributor bringing drugs in and out of the country nearly. I really don't think it's that big.
If any rapper in my mind, out of Atlanta especially, who I would think is like moving crazy or was, be Lil Baby. It wouldn't be Lil Gunna.
But Lil Baby was known for doing that. But I don't think Lil Baby doing that no more. But I do feel like his 4PF mans possibly are actually doing it a lot because 100%. I don't feel like they're up like that. Baby's having the best time of his career right now. Yeah. I don't think he's been able to put everyone on as like that yet. Like the whole block, as much as Young Thug's been able to do.
Did you seen that Right On video?
Yeah.
The whole gang.
Everyone pulled up with
the whole gang.
Bro, I'm telling you.
That
was amazing. I like to see that.
That was goals.
But just like that, if you've seen the list of gangs that Atlanta's actually targeting, 4PS is on it because it's the Crip gang or whatever. It's one of the ones on the list. There's a lot of the 8 trays are on there. You know how they're 9 tray Bloods. There's actually 8 tray Crips, whatever. There's a GD set. There's Renegade sets that are both like not just no Crip or Blood. It's maybe a GD and a mixture of blood, blah, blah, blah. That's how a lot of sets are or whatever. If people don't know their gang stuff, whatever, it's no longer just red and blue or GDs and BDs. There's a lot of renegades and different.
My brothers and sisters.
Let them know, Brother Andrew.
My brothers and sisters.
Brother Drew, let them know.
As you just heard Brother Shamar over here talk about all the gangs in Atlanta. We're doing a lot of fighting against each other.
My brother, my brother, my brother.
Where's the unity, my brothers and sisters?
Yes.
You guys watching from home, I seen the analytics. We have 40% for you viewers from the USA. You gotta fight as one because the white man are trying
Hold
to
us
put
down.
us in chains.
You already know. Modern day slavery.
Modern day slavery. They have us working these jobs for $10 an hour so they can shit on us at home. Come on now. We gotta fight as one.
Anytime they see a brother like us in this position, they're trying to hold us down. As you see with this YSL thing. People that are...
Brothers and sisters.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Focus. We're not the enemy. We should not be fighting each other. We should be fighting power. Fighting the white man.
Right on. Right on. We got Brother Drew over here, you know. He's here all week. But, again, so continue on with this. People who... Young Thugs have, like, how much charges against him? There's 88 pages in this indictment.
Yeah, this is a lot.
He just got 7 more added on to him as we see because of the raid in his house.
Yeah.
There's so much like possession of a lot of marijuana, right? So intent to sell after a certain amount.
Is it legal in Atlanta?
Possibly, but after a certain amount, it's intent to sell. You know, rappers have bear in their house, so you know what? It's a dumb rule. Like if you have more than this,
not even for him.
Exactly. you know, it's not even like he's selling. It's his dog or whatever.
Whoever
Blah
comes
blah.
to the crib,
You need some here. This blah blah.
Yeah,
Not even selling it, but because he has over a certain amount, intent to sell, right? There are guns in this house. Even though you can say that he might be able to beat, because he could be like a security or whatever, blah blah. But as a convicted felon, you shouldn't have a gun around you, so he's gonna be screwed anyway. Just because of that, now being a convicted felon and having a gun in your thing, you got multiple different charges for that. So you got one for a sawed-off shotgun, or whatever, or machine gun and whatever stuff like that. Multiple different charges, and that's a felony. So he got 7 of those small ones off of that, like reason like that. Because he's already felon, that counts to be more felon. It's crazy stuff, you know. Modification to guns, sawing off the end of a shotgun or whatever, a barrel is a modification illegal. A silencer, you're not allowed to have a silencer, of course. So those are things where he gets added to the charges. So boom, from there. So it's already sucked. But the main reason why this whole thing even started was, again, supposedly he made the hit to get Wife and Lucci. He'd been having struggles in the bin, Wife and Lucci, been getting multiple issues. But this last one, 2 guys or whatever, one guy called, I don't know if they called Thug, but they had to they were trying to get permission from Thug for this hit. Don't know if they even talked to Thug, but maybe they talked to someone that knows Thug, and they said, okay, I'll maybe talk to Thug and figure out. And just from that's where they...
Did they get to him, though? Did the 2 people get to Lucci?
I don't know. Oh, he usually got stabbed.
Oh, okay.
He got stabbed, not the first time. I think he got shanked up before, too. So, Lucci got in touch. But it's just that he didn't die. So, you know, there's been multiple failed attempts. You know what I mean? The DA, they're going so far, they pulled a picture of when Yak Gotti was standing on Wife and Lucci's car. When the Wife was in, Linux, Yak Gotti saw Lucci's car, and he still took a picture on his car and posted it or whatever. They're using lyrics, even though, you know, freedom of speech, you're not supposed to use lyrics. That's a big thing in a lot of cases, like Young Boy, all them cases. YNW Melly, big thing they say, you can't use their lyrics against them. But the DA said this is a fair reasoning to use certain lyrics. You're not using all songs, but these certain things they're allowed to use lyrics, which I don't understand completely. I
seen Slotty was one of them the songs.
Yeah, Slotty. Take It to Trial, which is one of my favorite tracks. That's one of the sick ones. They're using Yak Gotti's lyrics on that one. So Yak Gotti was like, my baby mama tripping. She don't get it. I'm on a mission to get these meals. He was saying, no cap, I hit it and quit it. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, he was saying that for YSL, he said, YSL, I'll kill for the thing. Something. He's driving like for the squad, he'll do blah, 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 blah. From those lyrics right there, just boom. That's what they're really coming his lyrics or whatever. Yeah. Remember, YSL, Yak Gotti just got out a little while ago too, right? He's a felon. I think he's probably on probation right now. So this is already a violation probation. Same with his brother Unifunk or whatever, he probably on probation too. So these are all violation probation already. So from this case, then that's already years in jail for violating probation. Probably already 3-4 years. But the murder conspiracy and stuff instantly already bring you up to 20 blah plus years. And being part of a gang, that's a big thing to say because it's a gang, even more years than it. For example, Gunna, this is why it's a big issue. They use Fox 5 lyrics, which is a Lil Keed song, you know. I'm in the Fox 5. funny. That's why people are kind of confused. Like, they use the Lil Keed song for Gunna, but didn't take Lil Keed or whatever. Yeah. I never heard no one say Keed to snitch, and I'm not saying that because I fuck Keed heavy or whatever. But I'll go back on. I'll definitely go back on the Keed situation because, you know, it was a sad loss. But with Gunna lyrics, I don't think they're using complete lyrics from Gunna there. They're using hand gestures, like, you know, and for the tattoos, and claim YSL to show that he's part of the gang. Yeah. So he doesn't have to be known, but they still claim that he's part of the gang. That's already right there. Proves that that's all you need. If you're a gang member, that's how RICO charges could get you. You don't even have to be really active like that. Just being a part of the gang could really get you put away with RICO charges. You know, yes, they might have to have a little bit of already dirt on you, but if they could claim that you are kind of doing anything to help out the gang, even that if you providing money for your, you know, these people who are doing these crimes, even if pretend you and me are good and all our dogs are good, we're billionaires. We're giving millions to our dogs or whatever, and they're deciding to use their million to go buy weed and trap that or whatever. Yeah. They'll think we're funding it. Even though that's not what we're funding, we're just giving our dog money. That's what it claims for, you know what I mean? And because we're all under the name YSL,
they think it's all unity.
Yeah, unity because it's a gang. Yeah. So that's where it kind of got knocked right there. So they're using 9 songs from all the YSL. There's 9 songs in total that they're using. They're using some song where Young Thug called You back in the day when he said something about wife and Lucci. Or he said like, oh, I never killed nobody, but that body, I got something to do with it. I think a lot of them are assuming that's talking about Nut, which is the main killing that caused this whole YFN and everything. So this whole beef with YSL. So it's a lot going on. And RICO cases, they're not something that easy to
that's like one of the worst charges.
And I don't want to say, because, you know, I hope, because it's not a Fed RICO case, it's a state RICO. Yeah. So they have a better chance of maybe beating it. A better chance. But the whole problem with it, though, is that it's still hard to beat. It's hard to beat, and I don't know. And knowing how the DA are going so hard on them, and they don't want to hear anything else, I don't think they're gonna beat it. And I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, and it sucks. Whatever. I do believe they gotta take a plead, because if Young Thug doesn't plead, or a lot of these rappers don't plead, because they'll take it to trial, and you know, anything to trial.
Anything can happen.
Trial never works out for your favor. Like some people get lucky, like Boozy and stuff who beat Snoop Dogg who beat cases. Lucky, but that could have been Snoop Dogg could have not been here this day. He could be in bin right now.
He could be in the bin from today.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Boozy could have been like he was on death row.
Yeah,
he could have been dead right now. Yeah, you know what I mean. So sometimes you take a trial, sometimes you don't. You know what I mean? And it's a risk because usually there's literally people who are innocent who take things to trial and still lose. You know what I mean? So why would you want to risk getting 20 years by taking a trial when you just say, I'll plead guilty, and they'll give you maybe 10, whatever. So that's why with Casanova, you see that he just had to plead because more things coming out.
What's his sentencing, though?
His sentencing, he's gonna do 8 years, I think, right now. 8
years?
And then that's what he pleaded to, 8 years now.
I swear he's been there in the bin for at least 2 years.
2 years already, yeah. So he might get time served, good behavior. Damn. So I don't know what their plea deal are gonna be for Young Thug and Gunna and all the YSL man because they're 28 of them that got indicted. Whatever. And Gunna, Young Thug, Yak Gotti, Unfunk are just 4 popular names of it. There's much more members who got indicted on it. And that the thing that suck is that they're gonna have to plead. And you know what? It takes a while for these trials to happen. So it's gonna be in limbo for 2 years, 2-3 years. For example, look at YFN YNW Melly case right now. I mean,
that's still going.
2-3 years. The trial hasn't even started yet. He's been in jail for 3 years. It hasn't even started yet. Yeah. So they can literally be sitting there for 2 years because they revoke their bond, and then when it comes down to it, they maybe get out because they say, okay, you know what, blah, blah, blah. But because they revoke bond, they literally have to sit in there, you know. Their lawyers, they're going to do anything they could do to get them out, whatever, say maybe health conditions, they're being untreated fairly, maybe put them on house arrest. They're not a thing, but they don't want to hear that.
Let me ask you a question, though, because it seems like, obviously, the DA has a lot of evidence.
Yeah.
Do you think, like, obviously the bigger rappers like Young Thug and Gunna.
Yes.
You think they're going to have separate or 2 different sentences or the exact same?
Oh, they're 100% different. All of them are different. All of them are different. Like, Young Thug had like 20, like, I don't know how much to him, 20 different charges on him. Gunna charges not the same thing. Everyone going to get charged with different stuff. Something they're going to be the same, but all considered conspiracy because you're part of the gang, right? So there are going to be a few same charges, but everyone gonna have different charges. Like Gunna has distribute like for trying to sell type of charges, type of shit like that. There's different charges. Some of them have actually murder charges on them, whatever.
Yeah.
Even if the gun doesn't have murder charges, he could still be facing 20 years because of the gang having murder, being conspiracy of the whole gang having murder. So
that must suck.
It sucks. I don't think my boy Sergio Kitchen can deal with it.
Yeah, I don't think Sergio did anything.
You know what I mean? And no hate. I rate Gunna heavy, you know? It's just that.
That coming out, no jokes aside, the album when he comes out, it's gonna be crazy.
But this
First day out.
I hate everyone using that. You see the when he won his acting gigs, he acted as a rat, right? So he's like,
give me some food and maybe
maybe come back and I maybe have something to tell you.
Oh, I feel like that's just an easy way to finesse food.
Yeah, you know.
It's like, and the thing is, you can ask for anything.
Anything they'll get you.
It. It's like, yo, give me bananas.
You know what I mean?
Maybe I might remember.
I want to go to Cheesecake. Give me some Cheesecake Factory right now. Some Olive Garden.
Maybe I remember that day.
Yeah, and then you come back. All I remember, I seen a car. What color car? I don't know. I just seen a car. Boom, you got finesse.
It's a long night.
Long night, you know what I mean?
That day I was up from 4 o'clock in the morning. So
yeah.
Everything after 3 p.m. It was all
I was so high off of all drugs. I don't remember.
LSD, perks, you named
everything you named it. I wasn't even there. I was floating. I was on cloud 9. So that's what they could say. So, you know, that whole thing, you never know. But it's come to a point where the other is facing 20 plus years. Young Thug's like 30 now. So he's like 30, 31 maybe. So we'll be coming out at 50. Gonna be coming out maybe at like 45. You know what I mean?
That's kind of crazy because I would never even, like, obviously me, I'm not too much educated on, like, what's going on.
Yeah.
Especially if these rappers' lives. I just know about the music they put out.
Yeah, 100%.
So I wouldn't even think of Thug and Gunna. Like, when I seen the news, I was like, dang, what the heck? Why these two people?
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't even think they'd be doing all this crazy stuff they're talking about.
It sucks. It's just because they're the biggest names of it. You know what I mean? That's the reason why.
But I do know now that Thug's really about it.
Oh, Thug been about it.
Yeah, but I didn't.
You think he was around Birdman and he wasn't about it?
But I didn't think. I don't know. Maybe I'm just naive and thought like he was rapping, just talking shit about other people's killings.
Yeah.
But the fact that all these mans in YSL are locked up too about it. Like,
you know, remember, because Young Thug probably not the trigger man.
They did a sweep.
They're doing under Young Thug for the gang. You know what I mean? But the thing is that sucks. You know, as you see, one of the guy who got indicted on this RICO charge is the man who shot up Lil Wayne tour bus. Mm-hmm. You know, and remember because of the beef between Lil Wayne and Young Thug.
Yeah.
And so, which I always found so weird because Birdman is both of their thing. You know, Young Thug. Birdman had beef with Lil Wayne for a little bit. Lil Wayne had beef with Birdman.
Birdman has beef with everybody.
But remember, Birdman still loved Lil Wayne. Yeah. And Young Thug, he's loved Young Thug still, you know what I mean? So when that whole thing was happening, I'm like, there's no way Birdman was going to let Young Thug man shoot up, Lil Wayne bus. And just not recently, like a year ago, we seen them in the same thing. Yeah. Same studio, Lil Wayne and Young Thug in the same studio, cooling or whatever. Mm. So you know what I mean? I don't know how you get cool with them after, you seen their man have shot up your tour bus, but like, that's crazy. It's crazy, but I don't know. It's... This whole the RICO charge is a charge I would not want to be involved in, no matter what, because you literally could do nothing. And like for example, that's what I want to talk with, as you see with, you don't really know Glock 9. Yeah. If you know about Florida beef, is that there's a point in time where Glock 9, Hot Boy, and there's one more other rapper, I don't remember his name. They're real close. He's a big one. He was a big one in Florida too. They're all actually close. They're all actually friends or whatever. Okay. I guess there's some falling out they had or whatever. They kind of split or whatever. And then Hot Boy has his whole gang, like more Gangnam side. Glock 9 had his people and the other guy has his people. But Hot Boy and the other guy were still close. Glock 9 ended up having his crew or whatever, had something to do with killing one of the other guy's friends or whatever, right? And that's what kind of got a lot of beef popping because they're all cool originally. Hot Boy, Glock 9, whatever. But I guess Glock 9 started feeling waves, went his own way, whatever. And his dog did something to one of the other guys that he was close with. And then boom. So it's been Glock 9 versus Hot Boy and those man. It's a big, big thing. I forgot what their crew's name was, supposed gangs, whatever they're part of. They're not saying they're part of no gangs. They're just civilian. They're musicians. They're artists.
What's crazy to me, though, is whenever, like, these big rappers or big black people who have money get into beefs with like other black people with money or the government, not even the government, but Like
the law for the federal.
These fans are happy. They're laughing. They're like, yes.
Ha, you're making it easy for me.
You're doing it. You're doing our job better than
we don't even have to be racist no more. You're killing each other.
Yeah, we don't even have to shoot you guys no more.
Is that you're doing it for us?
Yeah, we're one proving, in the back of the mind that that black people are not civil. Proving them right in that sense.
Yep.
And we're also cleaning the streets for them.
Exactly.
So it's like, dang.
That's why RICO charges. I really hate it.
I can't really say much because I'm not in any politics.
Yeah, I'm a civilian.
I would never know.
I'm a regular civilian, so I don't know nothing about it at all. So you know what?
Yeah, I'll never know what that's like.
But
especially if I get to that point where I'm actually making that not that bread, but if I'm making money
like that,
I wouldn't want to give it up just off of something dumb.
Exactly. I made it already. I'm out of that life. You know what I mean? But you have friends that you still have to try to put on. You don't know they're not a thing. They're still know the street life. You know what I mean? Yeah. And just because of that, you're your dog. You're claiming. Pretend we're kids and we made a group, whatever, as friends, whatever, and all our friends claim, no, you didn't call it a gang. It's a group, whatever. That's considered a gang.
Yeah.
I remember being in elementary school. Anyone who not our middle school, if any man who went in middle school remember when we were in there. There's a point where they said on an announcement or had a thing, we don't want to see you with more than 5 people outside. It was in middle school. Or your friend chilling in.
You said that in Mountain Ash?
Yeah. Damn. They don't want to see you guys, whatever like that, because that's considered a gang.
They said that?
On God, they said that. Wow. On God. And when they heard that, all man looking at each other like.
That sounds about racist.
That sounds super racist.
That
sounds crazy. But that's how things are considered. If you're in a group like that, you see how our group of our friends, that would be considered a gang.
It's a gang.
I don't lie. Seeing 10 of us walk into a convenience store like we do sometimes, that's quite scary sometimes. You don't know what's going to go on. I won't lie.
I mean, you can say that about anyone, but
any big group, you know what I mean? But to be associated just like that with a gang, you know what I mean? For example, if I said, we every day, we are everything on blast. We start making EOB symbols. You know what I mean? Just for the podcast.
Oh my gosh!
But all our friends, we're friends, cashed out and everything. Yeah. They seen in videos with us or whatever. Maybe one time they popped the every day, everything on blast symbol or something like that.
Oh my gosh!
They're now considered a gang.
Going on.
There's a whole gang going on. That's just your dollar supporting whatever you're doing.
What are they gonna do next?
Exactly. So
are they gonna flip some bricks?
Literally, that's what they think they're doing.
Is that like a calling symbol?
So in Atlanta right now, the DA said, don't be surprised if there's another indictment, a RICO charge by the end of this year, because there might be another one in Atlanta because they're going crazy. With our little baby, I'm being careful. If you are any up and coming rapper, don't continue to move to Atlanta. Don't feel like that's the place to go and start. Don't wrong. Atlanta's a cool place where all the rappers are.
Especially for networking. Everyone's black down there. So
Atlanta's so amazing.
It makes sense.
But if you're going down there, please be careful. All the black people live in Buckhead. That's the rich part of everything neat. Yeah. Buckhead, Atlanta. I want to go over there still. Yeah. But it's crazy. These RICO charges are crazy. Hot Boy beat his. I'm happy for that. But ended off back on the Lil Keed situation. Lil Keed passing away. He did not get indicted. Yes, there's some other YSL members that are on the label side who didn't get indicted, right? Of course. Lil Keed's the young one. He's young. I'm surprised Gunna got indicted, but Lil Keed get indicted that I know of. And I was really tuning into his pages since this whole RICO charges happened. I'm really looking in. I'm like, he's going to have to be the one to carry because you know what? These guys are going to have to plead because, unless they're going to take it to trial, which they might have to risk losing trial, which is hard. Like, as much as you may know you're innocent, the chance of anything can happen on trial and you can lose it, you might as well just plead as guilty.
Literally anything.
So
the judge could have woke up.
And today, his wife just cheated on him.
She could have. The judge could have took a sip of the coffee and it was like burnt her tongue. She's like, fuck.
I'm cheese. Spilled it on her, and now everyone today is done.
That's what I'm saying. Like, your life is in the hands of someone you have no idea.
And juries of people, they're supposed to, they
don't know you.
They go through you have to go through a whole process when they're picking jury. Like, you got to make sure they're fit, that they're not racist, that they're whatever, blah, blah, blah. But you never know. You could fake in your stuff. You could fake it. You know what I mean? So you could be on a panel with people who just don't mess with you guys, or a panel that knows the other people from the other side, type of stuff that you would even know.
You actually know someone who's on jury duty.
Oh, right now?
No, he was on jury duty.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll have an episode with him.
Mm-hmm.
Zachary.
Yep. Jury duty is, I would not want to go on jury duty, fam. But you have to go to jury. If they call you up, you have to go.
Yeah.
Damn. Are you considered a rat if you're on jury duty? If you got abandoned, like... Charge?
So are you a rat, Zachary?
Yeah.
We
might have to clip this.
You might have to come on the pod to clear your name.
Clear your name. I have to clip this.
Are you saying you're rat-ish?
Damn. Rat-like behaviors?
Rat-like symptoms?
Crazy. Damn.
Ashi?
Damn. You're jacking? Is that the only rat you're jacking? Crazy. Crazy. But yeah, again, I feel bad for Lil Keed, R.I.P. Lil Keed. You know, he probably was going through so. If it is true that he passed away from kidney failure, that automatically make me think of he's on lean or whatever, or popping pills. But I do think lean. And if it is, I wouldn't. Not that I don't blame him, because again, you should be careful what you're doing. But the last few days or week, this week would have been a real hard week for him, knowing that everyone a part of the crew, definitely the two biggest people part of YSL who puts on the name for YSL, Young Thug and Gunna, who no matter what will bring, if you get features from them, bring you names, bring you credibility and everything. They're being in jail and being in the bin now. You got to worry about, how am I going to carry this brand for me? You know, how am I going to really pop?
Not even that. You're worried, am I next?
Are they going to indict me?
Yeah.
Or if they're going to be like, oh, for his little brother, not part of YSL, but he's with them. Are they gonna indict Lil Got It? Like, what do you feel like? Because he's not making much money as me, but he may be selling little drugs here and there, but he's not doing nothing crazy. Maybe they're gonna indict him. Oh, I didn't get indicted. Are everyone gonna think I'm a rat now because everyone don't really know what's going on, and they're saying like he didn't get in charge. Maybe he's the one.
Then your mind starts playing with you.
You know, so he's really thinking. So he's probably drinking lean, popping. People that perform.
Yeah, but who knows? It's all speculation, obviously. We really don't know what happened.
Or maybe we could be unlucky. Maybe Lil Keed never did pass away. Maybe he's saying this to hide from the Fed because maybe they want an indictment and he doesn't want to get caught. I would hope it would be that, but you know.
Knowing the Feds would definitely want to follow up and see that for themselves.
Yeah, 100%.
They're not going to take the word of Instagram.
Yeah. Yeah, you know that his brother comes out of nowhere and says,
imagine like Gunna,
I can't believe you took my brother from me.
Yeah, imagine Gunna finding out the Feds want him. He's like, yeah. Passed away.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, yeah, we just believe it. No, they're gonna find out.
They'd be like, where's the body? How do you know he passed?
Oh yeah, he jumped off a bridge.
And they're looking in the water for ages and they can't find it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he told us he's gonna jump.
What is it, GTA, bro? My Michael from GTA 5 faking my death? Like,
that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, who knows?
That takes a lot of skill to fake your death. That takes a lot of work.
You really have to be erased from like the world.
And
no one can know besides like a couple people. You can't tell everyone.
Everyone, you know.
Somehow, if you tell everyone, that's gonna come out.
Yeah, 100%.
It's like, yeah, that guy is actually not dead, you know.
But his career could be done. You know what I mean? Because if he did fake his death, whatever, the man down the line, they forget, oh, it's faking death because he's trying to avoid this whole thing. Career will be done. If everyone believed it for a year that you're dead and blah blah blah, be like, you're fake. Like, how could you do this? You know, it caused a lot of problems. But I won't lie. I'd rather hear that than know that he's dead because I'm really upset Lil Keed passed away at 24. These men are dying super young.
Sad. Very sad. Now, one thing I do want to say, closing off this episode. What if one day you're just chilling and you see on social media some random person seeing like Tupac chilling at like some subway in like Taiwan.
There's still always rumors he's in Cuba right now.
You know what I mean? Just like, damn.
Bro, one day we're gonna hear this. Oh, Michael Jackson and
Jada's beside her room. It's like,
yo, she was just FaceTiming him last week.
Oh my gosh, that nigga Tupac's in Taiwan
chilling. That'd be crazy. You know what I mean?
That would be insane.
I want to see if there's, and I really want to see down the line if there any of these artists or like people like that who we know that passed away are actually faking their death. Like, what if Michael Jackson was still alive?
And what if he was actually black? He's like, fuck the vitiligo, I'm just gonna let it go.
Let it go. You know what? I'm gonna get some surgery so I'm black now again, and no one will know it's me. I cut my hair and I look like a real black guy now. Take some pills to get my voice deepened. I don't like this. You know what I mean?
I'm Marcus Jackson.
Exactly.
Marcus.
You know, like, you never know. This is crazy so much conspiracies right now in general. Not just RICO charges, anything in life right now. So let us know if you want us to talk about some of these conspiracies, because I'm really into that shit.
Tune in next time to Trap Geek.
Yes, Trap Geek. Do hip hop. Yo, I'm telling you. All those man. Yo, 1090 Jake, I'm rocking with y'all and you're rocking with me.
I'm rocking with y'all, you rock with me.
Bro, I'm telling you. But again, this will be it for the episode. You know what I mean? And for, free all the YSL, man. They ain't do nothing. They're just a label, man.
Yeah. They didn't do much. Free all the dogs, free all the
demons. Yes, sir. You already know.
Yeah. But if you haven't liked the video, go do that right now.
Yes, sir. Make sure you follow us on all social media. You know, it's everything on blast. And you already know it's more than just a podcast.
Facts.